reverse underhand spin shot. First, let's talk about the stance. For stance, you can't stand too far forward when underhand backspin. Otherwise, we will have no space to pull the ball. We can't stand too far back either, or we won't find the center of force for the shot. So when we backhand, we should use our racket to touch the table, and then a distance of one arm. In this way, we can find the accurate position for pulling the ball. Okay, so let's start with the first point, which is about our backswing action. The backhand stroke should be below our left hip, on the position of my thigh. 1, 2, 1, 2. So when we swing, we should pay attention. Not between our legs, which is easy to form up and down force. We can't put it on the outside of our body. This will make our body not protect our hands, which makes it easy to cause hand and foot, and our body, to form a coordinated force. So our racket swing should be placed at below my left hip, and the position of my thigh. 1, 2. Okay, let's look at the second point. Is about the shoulder movement when we draw the racket. Many of our friends do it like this when pulling the racket. We should use our right shoulder. Chauhan is right-handed, look. And turn to look at it. And the shoulder rotates with the body. In this way, when I hit the ball, I can use the strength of my shoulder. The shoulder should follow the body, and draw the racket, and hit the ball. Okay, our third point is we should pay attention to the posture of our racket pulling action. Look at the wrist hook. Whether it's a straight or a horizontal paddle, the wrist is curved back. What is the angle of the blade? We will explain it in the following section. Lead the ball and hit it after the serve. Let's talk about the second point, is the hitting time. The hitting time of backhand underspin shot can be the highest point of the ball. It can also be the early stage of the ball's descent. The highest point of the ball is generally a kind of forehand loop shot. Time. If you want to play high arc loop drive, it's usually the early stage of the ball's descent. If you ask me, which point is suitable for us? Backhand underspin. I personally think it depends on the ball. It depends on the kind of rotation you want to pull, and what kind of ball is determined. For example, I want to pull a forehand loop. We need to find the highest point where the ball jumps, which is convenient for us to find the ball. For example, if I want to lift the ball more, or stability. If we want to pull the ball with rotation, we should pull the ball at the beginning of its descent, which is more convenient for us to pull the ball steadily. Good quality makes the hitting point of the ball is based on the ball, depending on the quality of the ball we want to draw. To decide, it's not absolute. Let's talk about which part of the racket we should hit. When we reverse underhand spin, the first friction point between the racket and the ball is in the upper half of the racket. If the first contact point is in the lower half of the racket, it's easy to cause insufficient friction. Because the friction track is relatively short and the distance is short, we must find the upper half of the racket to rub it. Look, 1, 2, 1, 2, so that the friction track becomes longer, so that we can grip the ball and rub it well. So, the fourth point. Let's talk about the position of our hitting the ball. The hitting position determines the shape of our strokes. This is very important. So the hitting position of our backhand should be based on the direction of the ball. Let's imagine this ball is like a dial. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, according to the direction of the ball. The direction of the ball, we find the position from 2 o'clock to 1 o'clock. To rub the ball, 1, 2, 1, 2, so from our lead shot pattern, we can reach the 2:30 position. It's the middle and upper part. The angle of the upper middle part of the ball. Let's look at the upper middle part of the ball's shape. It can be slightly opened when I prepare to hit the ball and rub it. At the moment of rubbing the ball, there can be a curved friction. There is a very slight change in friction. We can find the 2 o'clock to 1 o'clock position of the ball. Some people like to rub the ball thinner. You can rub it to 1 o'clock. Some people like to rub the ball thicker. Then we can rub the ball at the 2 o'clock position. Is fine. So from the 2:30 position of the backswing to the position of 2 to 1 o'clock when hitting the ball. To make curvature friction changes, it's very small. Don't look at it like this. The friction amplitude is too large or too much change. It must be a very small curvature change. 1 to 1 2. Okay, everyone must remember that. At the first friction contact point is the upper middle of 2:30. When I rub the ball, look at the 1 to 2 o'clock position when rubbing the ball. Look at 1, 2, pay attention to the pattern. 1, 2. So, next talk about the overall framework of backhand pulling. The overall framework of the backhand from the position of our backswing. Look at the position of my left hip and left leg. When I hit the ball, pay attention to my shoulder. It has been brought over. Then my upper arm, forearm, my fingers and wrists move in a semicircular arc. Arc throw 1 to 3. At this time, my paddle has been raised. Let's see. Look. The swing is flat. Don't hit the ball straight forward or backward. The ball goes in an outer arc. Semicircle arc. Let's see the change of the board shape. 1, 2. 1. The bat goes down. In this way, our wrists and the head of the bat can fully make a rotation movement. 1, 2. Add the body's parabolic arc at the same time. 1, 2. With the amplitude of our body. When we backhand, we must make the arc. We must make the arc fully. In this way, when we are pulling the ball, our parabola can be stable. When we play the ball, from the backswing to the arc, semicircle arc, and then to the front right, we should stop in our right front as the final breaking point. 1, 2, good. Our action framework is very important. Okay, now let's talk about which is the return movement of our ball pulling. The return of backhand pulling. After pulling, quickly return to the tabletop. Except for the particle style. We play with the particles. The rest are all topspin balls, right? Right. So our hands must be restored on the table. Look. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Must be restored on the table. We should actively restore, instead of watching the ball after pulling, and then passively restore after the ball crosses the net. In this case, you will be easily blocked by the ball. So we need to develop a good sense of active reduction. The awareness of active recovery is very important in the connection of our down and up strokes. So, the return plays a very important role in connecting the ball.